2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at one of golf's iconic venues, Torrey Pines, and our first round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's about to begin. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is my mate Rich Beam, and out on the course as always is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, certainly set up for a stunner today at Torrey Pines South. What do you think these players face this week from the course?
They face a rude awakening. They haven't played too many golf courses yet this year, but they're going to run into Torrey Pines South, and you're going to figure out exactly how good a shape your golf game is in, because it's ruthless. And if you're not careful, you can go out there and shoot a big number in a hurry. It tests every facet of your game. This golf course is an absolute brute.
Don't stop now. Keep on.
This one's for birdie. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So, yes, birdie on the first. Great job.
Sitting at 1 under after that hole. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Always frustrated by missing a green. He's standing over his third shot. How close was that to going down? Big par saver coming up for this fella. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Third shot now. Gotta say, I did not see that shot coming. Well done.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
John, have you got a read on this one?
Well, this one's going to go uphill and to the left.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The fourth hole runs right along the cliffs here of La Jolla, and it's a very strong par 4.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Playing from around 190 yards out. Needs this to kick a bit left. Good shot there.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Starting this one way out to the left. That's got too much heat.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And that makes him tied for first. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Is this one going to go down? Oh, standing ovation after that shot. A birdie putt awaits. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And that'll move him to 2 under par. And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
37 feet out for this one.
This is a fairly lengthy putt here. That's disappointing. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Over to 7 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich. A great par 4 that requires good positioning off the tee as well.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
This would be a great up and down. That's a touch of class. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Currently 1 under for the round. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Oh, tiny looking shot that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And head into the next hole. This player is currently sharing the lead with Tony Finau. The final hole on the outward half is a par 5. Runs right against the boundary fence, and it requires 2 big shots.
2 long straight shots required if you want to find this par 5 and 2. If you don't, a nice little layup. Give yourself a good number for a 3rd shot. There is a nice little shelf there. If it pins up top left, watch the spin. Down on the right-hand side, watch it go in the hole maybe.
Handy effort, that one. Well, there he is, Rich, the lovable Tony Finau. He really is a fan favourite, and once again, he shows us why.
You know, what you don't see sometimes about Tony Finau is how intense of a competitor he truly is. You know, he might be all smiles out there on the golf course, walking around, looks like he's enjoying himself, which he is, but deep down, he wants to bury you. And not just bury you a little bit. He wants to take out that shovel and just keep on digging, baby. He is really one of these competitors out there that you don't see it, but you know that, oh, no, Tony Finau, I got to go up against that guy. Ooh, you know, and he smiles at you in ways, you know, but, yeah, no, he's a heck of a competitor.
Oh, well done. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Hey, that's a chance. Nah, that's a shame. Comes up shy. And this one will be for double bogey. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. And at the end of the day, it looks like Tony Finau's the man to beat. On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time now for the second round of the Farmers Insurance Open from Torrey Pines. Luke Elvey here alongside my mate Rich Beam in the booth. It's always delightful to have you with us. We'll be following our featured player who currently sits inside the top 30 as our coverage begins. Can he make a surge today? We head out to the 10th hole now.
Bite.
That one just had a little bit too much speed to it. Henny, how's that ball lying?
He's got a bit of trouble here. Bad lie just off the fairway. Ouch. Okay. I didn't see that from the rough.
Yeah, nicely played. And this putt to move into the top 20. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This for par.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of the leaderboard here. on the tee of the par 3 11th.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Going with the 5-wood. Wow, what happened there?
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This one for bogey.
It's a short one, but it does move to the right.
Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 13th.
Oh, that's outstanding. Holds it from the bunker. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Time for the second shot at the 12th. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. More chance to sneak inside top 20 in the standings here with this putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
It's just the slightest bit of break, and it's moving right to left.
Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet. Didn't judge the speed there. And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
That's nicely done. And now over to Tony Finau. And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. And down it goes.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
There's a lot of players out on tour that it's impossible to cheer against, but Tony Finau has to stand at the highest, doesn't he? He's a family man. He's a fun guy. He loves to dance. He's got a groove. He's got a swagger about him, and here he is once again delighting the fans.
Who says nice guys don't finish first has never met Tony Finau. Possibly, probably the most well-liked man on the PGA Tour. If you don't like Tony Finau, then I don't like you. Right? I mean, he's just this great character. I mean, and you see the smiles, but you know underneath, he wants to rip your heart out. He's got more passion for the game, I think, than anybody out there. And you can see it. You can see the intensity when he's hitting the shot. But as soon as it's over with, it's just all smiles once again. I can't say enough great things about this man. I love him to tears. And I'm always rooting for him. He's a guy that I want to root for. I want to see him win more and more and more.
Nicely done. 3 over par. He's hit this in the right direction. Will it get on the green? This would be a great up and down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Currently, it's Tiger Woods leading this tournament. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Playing from around 210 yards here. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Can he make one from long range? This one's got some momentum to it. And makes it. What a bomb. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Sitting at 3 over for the event. Welcome to the 16th hole, a par 3.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Opting for the 3-wood. Good shot there, Beamer.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
Wow. Oh, they say the fairway bunker is the hardest shot in golf. Didn't look like it from there. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It failed to reach the cup. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Unlucky break there. That one took a big bounce to the left. Sitting at 3 over. Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away.
Nice little par putt here.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
This is his second shot. And let's have a look at Tony Finau. Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. This one's come off the blade pretty nicely.
Looking good.
Yes, the putt drops. Beautiful. Yep, that shot safely on the green. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
That putt ends up just short of the hole. 4 feet to the cup. He finishes up with a par at the last. So, 2 rounds in the books, Rich. Not a bad little day's work, I think.
No, and only 2 more to go. Looking forward to seeing what happens over the final 36.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Our third round coverage of the Farmers Insurance is about to kick off here in beautiful La Jolla, California. Hello everyone, Luke Elvey here, and my mate Rich Beam at the booth beside me. We're thrilled to have you with us on 2K Sports today. Our leader, 10 under the card as we get things underway here on 2K Sports. We're going down to the first hole now. Oh my, that was launched. Okay, he's got that one in the air, heading out onto the fairway, and that's going to set the tone for the day. Second shot here on the first. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
It appears it'll go uphill and to the right.
The start of this one out on a pretty good line. Got a chance here. Just a short putt remaining here. It's Tony Finau who currently leads. We've arrived at a par 4. Setting up in the first cut.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
They caught it really clean out of the rough. This one could work. And that one's on the dance floor, but a long way from the DJ. And this putt coming up for his par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And it's Tony Finau in the lead as we turn our attention to the next hole. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
19 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
Putting for par. Well, that's a mistake. Tough to leave that short. Okay, so that finishes that hole. And after that, he'll drop to 4 over par for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
This shot from about 190 yards out. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That one just slides by. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill. Green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
Danger ahead. This could get into trouble.
Second shot here on the 5th.
Always got to give it a bit extra out the rough.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Well hold. Let's move on. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
That'll work there. He's setting up for his second shot. Oh, well played. Going with the pitching wedge here. Yeah, well played.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
He hasn't managed to birdie this hole, this tournament. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
How good was that putt?
That is a huge sigh of relief there. Luke finally gets one to go.
And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the par 4 7th hole.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly. Also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par's a great score.
Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid.
He's going to have to go down after this one, try and dig it out as best he can and hope for the best.
Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 9 feet to the cup. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It's looking like left to right putt on this one.
That is disappointing. Never hit it. This is a bogey putt coming up. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely playing. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 5-iron here. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Straight out of the top draw. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully you hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Time for the second shot here at the 9th. Well played, mate. Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Not a bad play, that one. 14 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, this one starts out pretty straight, but it will go left at the end.
That will work. And now at +4 for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, that was certainly a tale of two nines, Rich, and well done for this player to fight through a sloppy start.
Well, that's what they had to do after that opening 9. It wasn't going to be pretty if they had the back 9 to match the front 9. Thankfully, they turned it around, got it back on the back 9. Hopefully, a better day ahead.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company.